Teacher Alicia, and I brought with me today Miss
Bun Bun.
She's Bun Bun today. We're going to show you an Easter craft because today is such a special day and we are missing you guys terribly. We wish we could be with you, but the next best thing is that you're hopefully enjoying our Easter Jam celebration that you get to do at home with your family. I look forward to maybe hearing a little bit about how that went and seeing pictures. But then now we're going to do our craft. So today we learned about how Jesus died on the cross for us. So we are going to do a craft to help us remember that. So I'm going to show you what the finished product will look like. And this is what Miss Bun Bun we'll be working on this with you guys. We'll go step by step with you so that you can do this alongside of us. So what you're gonna need for this craft today, Miss Bun Bun, what are we gonna need today?
You are going to need scissors.
Scissors.
Glue.
We've got some glue.
Paper of different colors. We have some blues, some greens, some reds, some pinks, some yellows. See an orange in there.
This is construction paper where we're using any type of colored paper would work.
And then either cardstock or a normal piece of paper for your base. And then another piece of paper for your cross. I'm going to be using white and Teacher Alicia is going to be using black.
All right, so this part that Bun Bun, I'm not gonna get used to that. She just showed you the black and white paper. That part is what we will use to make our cross. So let's start doing that first. And I just kind of free-handed this cross. If you have something to trace at home, that's a great option, but I will show you how you can create a cross by just using the paper. So this part right here is just half a sheet of a full sheet of paper. So Cora, what she would want to do, Miss Bun Bun would want to fold it in half, and then that will help guide her to cut it in half now. So she's gonna cut that one in half. And once you get your half sheet of paper like this, I just folded it lightly in half again the long way so it looks like this. And then I used my scissors and I'm gonna create the top part of the cross here by just cutting out a square. So you'll kind of just eyeball it. It doesn't need to end up looking perfect, and you can open it once you get a little bit. I kind of opened it and saw, okay, yeah, that looks like that would be a good thickness. And then what I'll do is I will keep cutting, and down here, you're gonna cut up to where you were here so that it's the same height, and then a straight across. So that's gonna help create your cross. So I'm going to, oh no, Miss Bun Bun, what did you do? Oopsie. It looks like she had a problem getting her cross cut out. So that's what it looks like once I finish that up. And then once you get your cross cut out, so you'll want to cut your square goes like this down and across, and you'll want to leave the middle part connected. Then you can put your cross to the side, and you're gonna wanna grab your construction paper in the colors that you want your background to look. So we're gonna be creating this background to look, it has ripped edges, which I love. It kind of gives it like a watercolor effect. And you can use any colors that you prefer. It kind of looks like the sky behind it, which I love, or like a stained glass. So I'm going to try different colors than what I did before. So let me see, I'm gonna do an orange and yellow, and I think I'll try pink. So I picked 3 colors this time. The last time I did it, I did 4 different colors, and then I ended up ripping 2 of them. So I'll show you that part in just a second. But so however many colors you want to rotate into your background works. Miss Cora, how'd your cross come out? Okay, it looks like she got this part like this, but it would probably work a little bit better if we made it a little skinnier. So what you can do to do that is you fold it back up, and then you're gonna wanna cut in just a little further right there. So she's gonna cut just a little bit more off there. And then that will skinny it up just a little bit to help it come out right. Let's see, how does that look now? Okay, so fold it back in half, and then you're gonna wanna cut here and straight across. Okay, go. Over, oh, okay. I was looking at some people outside. I have other bunnies that are hanging out there wanting to come inside. But those bunnies, they weren't invited to this party, not today. Okay, so let's see. How does it look? Awesome. Okay, so you have your cross. You're gonna set it aside and pick out your colors. You can do however many you would like. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the paper and you're gonna end up just ripping it. So I rip it on like the shorter side here. So, and I'm gonna just take my fingers and I'm gonna hold it there and probably about 1.5 inches in, and then I just tear it. So it looks like this. And it actually works out great if like the less perfect it is. It kind of creates a cool effect. And I'm actually gonna rip a couple of these so you can see. I'll probably need 3 of each color in order to end up getting it to come out right at the end to fill the whole paper. So now I'm gonna do my orange, and I'm just doing the same thing with all these colors. I'm just ripping a couple inches worth, maybe this is like 1.5, 2 inches wide, like that. And I'm gonna get my third color. Now I'm gonna do my yellow just exactly the same. Oh, I get kind of white on that, but that's okay. It'll end up coming out great in the end. And another one. And another one. All right, once you get those all ripped, you are going to want to have your white cardstock paper that Cora mentioned. If you don't have white cardstock, that's okay. It could be any color really you're covering it, or if you don't have cardstock at all, you could just use a regular piece of paper. The cardstock is just gonna give it a little bit more sturdy feel at the end, but that's okay if it doesn't have that. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take one of your papers here, and you can just pick whichever color you want. I'm gonna pick one of the ones that is torn on both sides. See how this one has ripped on both sides? And I'm going to put it in the middle. That's where I'm gonna start my rotation. So I'm going to do, you'll see, actually I'll show you this too. My paper, my white paper is not as long as these pieces. That's okay. I'm gonna glue them all on there, and at the end I will cut off what's left over on the edges. So we're gonna start gluing these on here. I'll show you these first 2, and then I'm going to let you work on yours. And we'll probably speed up ours because this part's gonna take us a little bit of time. So I'm gonna show you how I glue this on in the middle. My glue is a little sticky, but that's okay. I think we'll get it to work. So I have my first one here like this, and then I'm gonna pick whichever color I want to come next. And again, you'll want to work with the ones, if you're using one that has one edge that's flat, you can put that above like this. And then that way, so when you add your next layer, you'll be laying it over and you won't even see that one had a straight edge. So you'll be layering so the sides that are ripped are what are showing through. So, all right, get busy doing your gluing, and we'll see you at the end when it's all done. All right, so you can see Miss Cora and we have our finished products here. So we have these finished up. This is just the background part, remember? So we're gonna now wanna put the cross on. If you want to trim your edges, see again, I talked about how this would hang off at the edge. This would be the time you could go ahead and do that, because once you get your cross on there, you won't wanna trim it then, because that way you can make sure it gets even in the middle. So yeah, the best way would be to look at it from the back side to do that. I think I'm gonna just go ahead and leave mine this time because it actually looks pretty even on that side. So I don't think I'm gonna do much to cut off that one edge, but all right. So as Cora's cutting, all that's left for mine is I just want to put the cross here in the middle. So I'm gonna get my glue and I'm gonna just glue her down, and I just centered mine in the middle of the paper. You could do whatever you want. If you want to position it more towards the bottom or however you want that cross to be positioned on the paper. All right, so here's my finished product. We have our cross art for today, our Easter craft. Cora's getting her white cross put on there, and she's gonna turn around so you can see it. Miss Bun Bun finished her cross.
Yes.
All right, and Miss Bun Bun, she had the idea that she wants to write on her white cross some scriptures or some words, right? That's what you plan on doing. We won't show that part, but she had some markers here, and she's gonna work on that now with just getting some scriptures on there. But that's it for us today. We're sure missing you guys. We are praying that you have a great Easter together with your family, and post your craft. We would love to see it. So if your parents have social media on Instagram or Facebook, you can tag the church's account with @FC4Square. And then we can see what you guys have been up to. We would love to connect with you in that way. So happy Easter.
Happy, you have a great Easter.
Oh man. Bye. We love you.